trusting Christ as our advocate. The accusation came, not as a shout, but as a cold, settled fact in the deep of night. After all you have done, after all you know, you still... this? The sin was not spectacular, but its familiarity made it vile. It was the same old failure, the same weakness, and the guilt of it felt like a final weight, pressing me down toward a despair I had no strength to resist. I was forsaken. This feeling, this certainty of abandonment, was the most logical conclusion my condemned heart could draw. I had voided the contract. Then I remembered the words, "If any man sin, we have an advocate." They had been a doctrine to me before, a point of theology. But in that moment, they became a lifeline thrown into the pit. An advocate! Not a distant judge, not a disappointed king, but a legal defender, one with power to plead for me in the highest court of all. I received it by faith, this grace. It was not a feeling. It was a desperate, willful act of clinging to a truth my emotions screamed was a lie. I thought, He is there. Right now. For me. The Advocate. Jesus Christ the Righteous. His very title was a balm, not Jesus Christ the Lenient, but the Righteous. His perfection was not a club to beat me with, but the foundation of his plea. He stood before the Father not to excuse my sin, but to present his own finished work as the answer for it. The news the author promised was true: "Thou shalt not die, but live." I received that news as a pardon handed down from the bench itself. And with that reception came a strange, solid courage. The devil's accusations didn't stop. He began his usual tactic, twisting the other offices of Christ. "Remember his law," he hissed, invoking Christ the prophet. "Remember his power to cast out," he threatened, invoking Christ the king. But for the first time I saw the trick. I saw the sleight of hand. And I found my voice. "But he is my advocate," I said, the words a shield. "You cannot use his own roles against me, for in this one he is for me." His very plea at this moment proves the largeness of a grace that covers even this. The relief was not that my sin was minor, but that my advocate is mighty. The grace was not a permission slip, but a legal defense mounted by the highest authority in the universe on behalf of the lowest offender. I received by faith that my standing was no longer in my own hands, but in the hands of my counselor. And a soul with an advocate like that cannot be ultimately condemned. The case is already settled. He just makes sure I know it.